What is up, everybody? This is Josh coming to you with another episode of the Affiliate Marketing Show. Please be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest affiliate marketing news, tips, and trends. As usual, I'm Josh from OfferVault.com, the industry's largest aggregator of all things affiliate marketing. We also have the pay-per-call daddy, Adam Young, as well as the industry legend, Harrison Gevirtz. Plus, we have Juliana Gavrila and Ilan Yomtov, co-founders of the TikTok Meetup, a newer industry event and community providing educational sessions on the latest TikTok industry trends and updates. They foster a professional networking environment for media buyers, content creators, and anyone who wants to learn more about the hottest social media platform out there today. Yuli and Ilan, how are you guys doing? Thank you for joining the Affiliate Marketing Show. What's going on?
Thank you for having us. Really nice to see you guys, and all good. We're preparing the events, let's say.
Yeah, I know it's late over there in Bucharest. We appreciate you guys working late, burning the midnight oil with us to join the show. Let's start off with the topic I'm sure you're most excited to talk to our viewers about, and that is the TikTok Meetup, your event and community. I'd love to hear a little bit about it. I know you could correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's been around for a couple years now, but I'm curious, how did it start? What gave you guys the idea? Was there a need in the industry? Basically how it started, and we'll kind of go from there. So how'd you guys come up with the event?
How did we come up with the event?
Over drinks.
It's probably how a lot of people come up with a lot of things in this industry.
Was it over drinks at a trade show, or were you like Friday night and just it happened?
It was the second night of Affiliate World Dubai 2 years ago. And then we were just, talking of let's do something new. And this idea came up of to do a meetup that's related to TikTok. And that's when we said, all right, let's just call it TikTok Meetup in that case. And at the same moment, Luli just went to GoDaddy and bought the domain. And that's when we started creating the website and working on what the theme is going to be, what the venue is going to be about. And it grew pretty quickly, a lot faster than we thought it would grow.
So did you guys see, were you guys avid TikTokers yourself, or were you trying to get out in front of what you thought would be a trend in TikTok affiliate marketing? Why the TikTok Meetup? What was the motive behind creating the event?
So during the pandemic, as everybody, I was keep playing when all this TikTok app exploded. I was playing with the app and I started to do content, and I don't know, after a few days I went to 1 million views. And I really wanted to have an ad account, and by them they were just building up the team. You couldn't place any pixel, they couldn't open ad accounts, and for some reason I got approved and I got an agency account, and I started to run campaigns in Romania for cash on delivery. And then I had, in a few days, I think I made 20,000 sales. And I said, wow, but the competition was not that hard. It was just at the beginning. I was through the only ones that they had the other accounts open. And then when we went to Dubai, I was running the campaigns. And then we came up with the idea to make basically a mastermind.
Yeah.
It was, and we booked for Barcelona, we booked a room in W for 20 people or something like this. And then
we noticed the demand, that it went up. We got hundreds of people registering for the mastermind that eventually turned into a meetup, because masterminds are usually, I think, less than 400, 500, 600 attendees. So then that's how it happened. But I think at the same time that she started running TikTok campaigns, there weren't a lot of affiliates in our industry running TikTok yet. And so that's when we noticed, all right, this is the right concept to start now as a meetup where media buyers from our industry will meet and they'll learn, they'll talk and they'll learn how to run campaigns for our industry with TikTok. So basically, we're gathering a few people that already are running TikTok from our industry, that they were our first speakers, And the attendees were coming from all traffic sources like Google, Facebook, email marketing, SMS. And they were coming to these meetups to hear the speakers and also to network with all the attendees and start getting into TikTok as a platform for running affiliate offers. Not only, but mostly affiliate offers.
Well, you know, Adam and Harrison, they're the mastermind guys. They throw a lot of events themselves for Ringba as well as Pay Per Call. I'm sure they'll have some questions for you. But before we dive into that, I'm curious, what are the specific topics that you guys cover at the meetup? Is it a broad overview of TikTok marketing as a whole? Does it change based on the event? Do you guys highlight different specific areas of the TikTok vertical? How do you approach kind of the agenda for each of these meetups?
So it's a mixture of everything, meaning that we'll have when we have speakers from ByteDance. Sometimes we have ByteDance speakers. They'll come and they'll talk broadly about TikTok, about the platform. But then the speakers that are coming from our industry, they'll be talking about how they're using TikTok for verticals in our industry.
And solving problems, you know, that, I don't know, it's a problem with the content or problem with being a specific niche for traffic arbitrage or pay-per-call or something like this.
Right.
And we touch the sensitive subject in order to bring value to the attendees.
Right, like we noticed that AI is a very important subject. So we also added AI to our TikTok meetup, and then our speakers will talk of how they use AI to improve their creatives and their text for their campaigns, for an example.
Yeah, no, that's very cool. I'm curious.
You mentioned you've had some people from ByteDance come to the event.
Yes.
I'm curious, what is their perspective, or like how does ByteDance feel about like affiliate marketers? Because for example, like over the last 15 plus years, Google has really kind of tried to eliminate affiliates, and they'll never go away. Sorry, Google, if you're listening, I doubt you are, but affiliates will continue to find ways to run stuff. But how does ByteDance embrace them? Are they still early stage enough where they just want revenue and they don't mind if you're an affiliate, or are they kind of following the suit of Google where they're like, we don't really want these affiliates, we want direct advertisers, direct brands to be the ecosystem, I guess you could say?
Well, from my experience, the offices of ByteDance in each country, they're hard workers, and they're going after affiliates to run campaigns and to spend more
budgets.
To hire the budgets to spend money. But when they send representatives to our meetups, they're sending them just to talk about TikTok in a broad way, about their platform and their features. So it's very general speaking. So yeah, it divides in that kind of way. Like the affiliate, let's say the affiliate managers in the ByteDance offices, and they are going after media buyers because they want them to spend. But the speakers that are coming to our event, they're not affiliate managers. They're more here to come and to talk about their platform, new features.
Sure, I got you.
Yeah, stuff like that.
But regarding TikTok and the affiliates, we didn't heard any bad review till now. And they want to have as much ad spend as possible. And it's a few good teams divided in some countries. They are doing very good in some verticals.
Yeah, and we're there to help connect with our attendees, and if they need an agency account, if they want it directly from ByteDance, then we introduce them to a couple of different countries depending on where they're living, and they could run on, they could try to get their own agency account, and if not, there's a lot of affiliates that they have agency accounts, and then we connect between them, and they could use affiliate agency accounts.
Compared with the other platforms, the support of TikTok, it's way better than, let's say, Facebook, or you have somebody to talk with, and they are very supportive. Yeah. And a very good service.
Yeah.
So TikTok came out after I was done media buying. I haven't bought media in a long time, except for B2B SaaS, right? Like I work with our marketing team at Ringba to promote the platform, but I never really had a chance to actually experience what it's like to buy media on TikTok. And so I have a bunch of questions for you, but let's just start at the top and work our way through it, because I think our audience would love more specific information from experts like you guys about how to actually get started, what's working, like these type of questions. So what are some tips for creating engaging TikTok videos that promote affiliate products? Like, how do you think about the creative making the creative, and then getting the audience to act on the ads?
First of all, the video should not be longer than 15, maximum 20 seconds. You need to get the attention of the user. The attention span on TikTok, it's way lower than every other platform. And you need to, before you need to have the attention of the user in the first 3 seconds. Now you need to have between 1 to 3 seconds. And it's the hooks. It's not to make the user to keep continue watching your video, like hooks, like, did you know that this can change your life? Best Amazon product that I could find.
Yeah, you need hooks, but you also need to show the problem and the solution. And you have to make a lot of content. I mean, if you want to be, if you want to scale and you want to be the best in whichever product that you're trying to push, TikTok is about creating more and more content, generating. And
this is the challenge.
And so today with all the AI, there's platforms that are coming out today, and you want to tap into these platforms and see how these platforms make your life easier to create more TikToks faster.
Yeah, and it's all about the user-generated content, not the fancy videos. Everything that is working on Facebook or on Instagram is not working on TikTok. But what's working on TikTok, it's working on Facebook and on Instagram.
Yeah, but in most cases, you're not going to want to take from Facebook and Instagram whatever creatives you made for Facebook and try them on TikTok.
Pictures.
You're not going to want to do that.
Pictures, it's out of question on TikTok, and you need to have to create videos all the time in order to scale up.
So I love that, by the way. I'm a big fan of just making tons of creatives and trying to figure out which ads work. And I always profess that affiliates make as many ads as humanly possible to try and figure out and navigate what consumers are going to interact with. So I'm curious, when you say a lot of content, how much content are we really talking about here? 2 ads, 5 ads, 500, 5,000?
So from my experience, and I was running campaign on a small market, and you cover a small market way easier than, let's say, in US or something like this. I was starting a campaign with 3 videos, and then in order to scale up, if you have 100 campaigns, then multiply it, and then the campaigns, I was changing the videos once in 3 days.
Yeah, so
but it's to generate a lot of resources.
It's about being consistent. So let's say you make.
What do you mean by changing the videos? Do you mean like you would submit a new set of 3 videos? So you were you start with 3 ads, and you get some performance. Video 2 worked the best. Then you make 3 more creatives based on video 2.
That time I was covering the database because I was running big budgets, and I was covering the database way faster. And then the user knows the video and gets the ad gets fatigue very, very easy, very fast on Facebook, on TikTok.
Yeah.
So let me just recap on what she just said there. She said 3 ads per campaign to scale up 100 campaigns, and they're recycling the ads every 3 days. So that's 300 ads every 3 days, 300 videos every 3 days to reach scale.
You need to have.
I mean, that's amazing.
You need to have a team
but
just that is focusing only on videos. You can have the same videos with different text. You can play with it.
There's a lot of strategies. Like, don't take her exactly like what she says.
This is how I got
it did work for her.
Experience.
Yeah, it did work for her. But in general, you want to be consistent. You want to be able to create content as much as you need to keep on selling your product and scaling. You want to have that formula built out. Is it with employees that are creating it, or is it with AI platforms that you're using? Just have to have some kind of flow that's working for you, so you don't get stuck on that part. If you get stuck on the creative part, you can't do much.
But it's also
I think the point I really just wanted to highlight, and you guys are old school, so I think you'll agree with me, is the way you win in affiliate marketing isn't by like copying someone's ad and running a campaign. The way you win in affiliate marketing is to test hundreds or thousands of ads over time and then figure out what works for you in the campaign. And I always profess to affiliates, like, great, 100 videos, 1,000 ads, like as many as humanly possible is always the goal. And I always wanted to take what I learned and like build new ads and learn and new and learn and new. And that's how I kept the ads fresh, but also how I got my conversion rates up. And a lot of new affiliates and a lot that I think watch this show are generally surprised when I say like, yeah, make 1,000 ads. Like in my mind, making 1,000 ads is just like what we're going to have to do to really achieve scale.
The job.
And so if you
want
want
to, got to do.
Exactly.
yeah, if you want to make a couple $100 a day or $100 a day, maybe you only need to make a couple ads. But if you want to make thousands, 10,000s, or even 6 figures a day in revenue, you're going to need to make a shitload of ads.
Right,
Yeah,
right. 'Cause
exactly.
you could go to spy tools like PP ads. That's a TikTok spy tool, and
They
you
have
could-
also their own library where you can check the ads, and you can split it by country, you can split it by vertical, you can split it by campaign objective. You can see what other people are for the ones that they want their ad to be shown. In my case, I was always hiding my
yeah.
ad.
So you could go into these spy tools and find winning campaigns and copy them. But if at one point that stops working for you and you don't know how to create winning campaigns, then you're stuck. You just won't be able to keep on working and selling. So that's why it's also important to have a creative side also in you, and
It's very
wanting
important.
to be able to create new campaigns that other people haven't done yet, new angles that other people haven't touched or haven't thought of.
Well, the margins are always higher when you create your own content.
Yeah.
And a lot of affiliates wash out of the industry very quickly because they do what you just described. They look at the ad library, they copy or take an ad, and they run it. But that burns out. It's generally low margin. And that's not how you get a direct advertiser or create a really great network relationship. And so actually creating the content and learning how to do that portion of the business, you're exactly right. That's how you build a sustainable business in affiliate marketing. And if you're going to do it the other way, it's just not going to last. And so I always laugh, like Harrison and I laugh about this all the time. We go to Affiliate Summit and we see someone who's crushing it. And then next trade show, they're not there. We never see them again. They disappear. And this is generally why they don't actually take the time to learn how to do the business.
It's like you stole an ad and you had a one-hit wonder, and then that one-hit wonder wasn't popular anymore, and you're done.
Yep.
Yeah. So how do you track all your campaigns on TikTok? What, is it the same or different than other platforms? How do you approach it?
It's more or less the ad server is built more or less like Facebook, just in my opinion, more user friendly like Facebook. And you have all the data and the stats there. And now, before they couldn't do the integration because it was something completely new, but now they do integrations with most of the platform, like tracking the pixel, and then you can track all the events. And what I see very good compared with other platforms, when you're running campaigns on apps, the integration for apps, it's way easier, and they can track much more details than, let's say, Facebook, because they are Chinese and they know how to do and to run apps. But when it comes to web portals, they need to learn a little bit.
Yeah, we have a lot of customers that are running TikTok ads for pay-per-call. They either run them direct, but generally it goes to some type of landing page or some type of quiz landing page, and then has a click to call on it because TikTok's all mobile. So those type of pages work really well. But we've been seeing a huge increase in TikTok traffic over like the last 12 and 24 months, and more of our customers are starting to spend a lot more time engaging with the TikTok audience. I would agree with you that it's an entirely different animal. You can't take your YouTube ad and go to TikTok. You really have to approach it differently. People are in a different state of mind and have a shorter attention span, so you have to grab them. So what do you think are some of the common mistakes you see being made when people start advertising on TikTok?
The content,
Yeah, basically.
the videos that they are
The approach. The approach. TikTok is all about being creative. So whether you're trying to do TikTok live or TikTok shop or run some kind of vertical from our industry,
as raw as possible.
yeah, or if you want to be an influencer or something like that on TikTok, you have to be creative. That's the whole point of TikTok, to come up with original content and to keep on trying until you succeed. You keep on going and go. If you really want it, you have to keep on doing it until you succeed. and eventually you will if you keep on doing it.
Yeah, you need to be consistent.
So I think that
This
would be,
is,
I think so. Basically, I'm saying that trying to take shortcuts is a bad plan. Trying to find always shortcuts to get a winning campaign, that's basically a big mistake on TikTok. That's what I think.
From my experience compared with Facebook, when you're running campaigns on TikTok, you see results, conversions in the first, let's say 500 clicks. If you don't see conversions in the first 500 clicks, that's it. Something is wrong with a video, with a product, with something. And in my opinion, to leave it to run maximum to 1,000 clicks, if you don't have any conversions, you need to stop it. You don't need to wait for the pixel to warm up or something like this. I usually have conversions after I start the campaigns in 2 hours. And it's something, this is something different than Facebook, because on Facebook you need to warm up the pixel, you need to leave it I don't have the patience.
I have a question for you. In the US, there's been a lot of media about TikTok and how they handle your data and the targeting, and the marketer in me loves it. I'm like, wow, the targeting options must be incredible on this app.
Yeah.
And I believe like years ago they may have had a little bit more options in terms of targeting on the ad side. What type of targeting exists, and like what type of how granular can you go? Like, is it categories? I just recently started using TikTok, like as a human, like a week ago. I haven't even posted anything. I'm just playing around.
Compared with,
just curious.
Compared with a few years ago, you could just target, let's say, the industries. And now you can go deep in the industry. You can also target city, postal codes. They have a very detailed targeting.
Yeah. So I think it would depend on what is
also the campaign that you're
what is it you're trying to sell.
But it's same
is the demographic primarily like younger, or is there an older audience on TikTok too?
Yeah, you can target 55 plus.
Yeah, up to 55. No, up to 55.
No, 55 plus.
I mean, you could target, yes.
No, you can target. You can target 50.
You guys don't fight on the podcast.
So my grandma
right?
might be on TikTok. That is scary and awesome at the same time.
Well, speaking of demographics, I know we're jumping around a little bit here, but like Yuli, who were you typically targeting when you were running ads, a few years ago?
I was selling Arabic perfumes, and I was targeting everything that was plus 18 until 45, because this was in my target. And I was targeting also women and men. The good thing in TikTok compared with Facebook, because I was starting 2 campaigns in parallel, one broad and one with let's say with interest. Yeah, and the broad ones are also working good. I don't know how the AI behind TikTok is built, but they find the right audience. It's way more developed than Facebook, to be honest.
Do you think TikTok is more popular today than Facebook or Instagram?
I think if you Google that, you'll get that chart that it shows Google, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. So I'm pretty sure that TikTok has more users, and
it's not. I think
and it's going to get more.
I think now it's not a game who has the most users. Now the game between these giants is who holds the user more into their app.
Yeah,
this is, I think, the game.
That's
now.
Also, yeah. I think TikTokers, they stay more time on their app than people on Facebook. But...
It's addictive. You can lose 3 hours on TikTok without even noticing.
Right. So I think TikTok is like going to be is number one, and it's going to get bigger and stay number one for a very long time, as long as it doesn't get banned in 100 countries. like one day. It doesn't get banned everywhere overnight.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's a lot of talk, but I think they're pretty big now. It'd be hard, but it's not a 0%.
From what I understood, it's tough to just go ahead and ban it. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask another question, kind of more so related to, the ad spend and the money behind the campaign. So what type of budgets per campaign are you looking at when testing new campaigns within TikTok?
So for the Eastern European market, I'm starting with 50 euros per day per campaign. And in bigger countries, let's say $200 in the US market or $250 in the US market. But most of my experience is on Eastern European countries campaigns.
Would you say that's like the entry level? Like, can people still find success with like $20 a day, or do you really have to?
But with $50 depends on the product. If it's let's say a paper call or something like this, the price per lead, especially in tier 2 or other countries, should be way lower than Facebook, and especially now Q4.
Speaking of products, what are like, I'm not very familiar with the TikTok space, to be honest. So I'm curious, in your opinion, what are like some of the products that are like well known throughout the TikTok advertising space that just consistently crush it? Like, if someone's new, wants to get into TikTok, but is not sure exactly what to promote, like what's like a really good starting point in terms of the actual product or vertical they start with, because it's consistently just crushing it over and over again?
Gadgets should be under $30, $50 the price or something like this. But I've seen also SaaS products. So the price can be between $30 up to $900. Depends on the product and depends also the way on the way that you promote it.
So where does TikTok go from here? You know, I feel like that's something that I'm thinking about for a variety of apps, but you know, like how can they evolve and how can the advertising within TikTok grow from where it is today? Like, what do you think TikTok advertising and marketing will look like 5 years from now, 10 years from now? How is it going to change or stay the same?
The competition and the price is going to go up, exactly what happened with Facebook. And we see this compared with what it was like 2 years ago. The price for the traffic is way higher. And I see another challenge, because I was thinking is in different countries you have different features, and in all these Asian countries you have this TikTok shop, which is something like Amazon, and they are building like their warehouses, and it's gonna, in my opinion, I think it's gonna be something big as Amazon, this TikTok shop.
They have a lot of projects and a lot of future projects. I know that one of the strongest ones right now is a TikTok live shop. Basically, you just from home sell live.
And in China, it's very big. Since 5 years,
it's already working in China.
The channel that is working the best in e-commerce is live shopping.
And they're going to be opening it up to the US.
Adam and I saw somebody selling on there at a hotel in Vegas in the lobby.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure this was it, Adam. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
it was in January.
We
were just standing in the lobby and we saw this lady in Chinese, like with someone filming her with like purses, and she was hustling. And we didn't realize where she was selling. And I'm almost certain that's where she was selling now that we have this discussion. That's amazing.
In Asian countries.
You could choose any location that you like and just put a camera there and sell live, and you could do it 24/7. You could have you could have shifts of people that are just changing.
So what's the advantage? What's the advantage of live shopping? Does it just create like a vibe of excitement and like get it now
you get
before
to see
it's
the
gone?
Product? It's a purse. You get to see it on your arm. You get to see the hat. Get to see the watch, whatever it is.
Questions, they can comment,
and also they can
people get hooked to it.
Besides, they can run campaigns on live shopping, whatever they are doing there. They are also getting a lot of organic traffic, which is free traffic.
It's organic,
at least
and you could direct them also to your website with more merchandise to sell.
They have connected the website and everything.
Josh, think of it like QVC for the younger generation. A lot of the late night TV channels still crush it. You have QVC, you have Jewelry TV, you have Home Shopping Network. These companies have been doing very well for a really long time. And it's almost the same thing, but you can connect live with people, and it's much easier for them to change their audience. They're not in a studio. It feels much more like a testimonial than a sales pitch, I think. And the energy that these people are putting into the sales is crazy. The girl we saw doing it at the hotel in Vegas was literally like watching female Tony Robbins sell purses in Chinese. It was incredible. And then when security came to get rid of her, she was like, no, Just she was crushing it. She was
While
like,
they
no,
were
leave me
walking
alone.
out of the hotel, like while she was leaving, she was still selling stuff. She was like moving and like being as there was like security following her, and she was still hustling. I was like, wow.
So is that
It
like
would be
there's
interesting. It would be interesting for affiliates to test this in the United States. I've never seen anything like it. I've actually seen photos of some of these live selling warehouses. It's almost like a factory, Josh. It's like a webcam live selling factory where there's hundreds of people just live selling all sorts of stuff.
they
in
all have
China.
their ring light in front of them.
They have
Yeah.
the cubicle,
Yeah.
yeah, selling different
But
products.
regarding the content and as an advice for the affiliates, it's a lot of companies that they can produce content, this user-generated content. Instead of you running around for content creators, you can have agencies that they can do this for you. And same with, let's say, seller for live shopping. They can also find, train them and prepare them for your business. And if you don't have experience, instead of running around on Fiverr or I don't know what other platform to find content creators, my suggestion is to go for these UGC companies, like how is UGC Shop or other platforms.
You mentioned that this is in a lot of countries. It's not in the U.S. currently, correct? Or is it here now?
Live shopping or which one? Live
Yeah,
shopping?
the live shopping.
It's live in US, if I'm not
No, I think
wrong.
it's live in China, and they're opening
No,
up
it's
now
live in
in
US.
Spain and Italy, and maybe I'm not
They're-
sure. It could be. Last time I checked, it was still that, but maybe it already is.
as far as I know that it's live
Could
in
For sure,
US.
China, and then like Italy and Spain, they're opening up this year, and maybe also US. Last time we checked about it, yeah.
As
We
far
were
as I
also
know, US is
Could be.
already open.
could be, but it's still early, so
But
it's still a good time to
You can see in all this Asian in Thailand, like you go through TikTok and you see all this live, and they have different buttons. The platform is with more buttons.
So Elon and Yuli, I got one or two more questions before we let you get out of here. I'm curious, why should businesses consider marketing on/with TikTok if they aren't already? Like, in your opinion, what is the biggest, benefit and advantage to working with TikTok when it comes to your marketing initiatives?
Lower cost for traffic, which this is bigger margins for you, and up to till now, and I think it's gonna be for a while now. You can also have the chance to go viral, and if you make 10 million views, this is like free traffic for you. So the same videos that you have it for the ads, you can open a TikTok profile, just upload it there, and pray. Maybe it's gonna go viral.
So like user wise, I think they have most of the users, and it's just gonna get more and more and bigger, and every year that goes by, you're just gonna have more people on TikTok that
It's a must in this moment to be
basically it's a must. Yeah,
on Facebook, Instagram, and it's a must to be on TikTok, because you can be more open to your audience, and you can reach your public very, very fast, way faster than on
other platforms.
On other platforms. Yeah.
That's what's hot right now. TikTok is what's hot.
Yeah, I got to tell you, the algorithm on TikTok is crazy. I have like friends and family members here in Cleveland, Ohio, who are like, "Hey man, I saw you on TikTok." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Your podcast, your videos are on TikTok." And I'm like, "How are you getting targeted for this?" I have no idea, because they're not in the industry at all, but whatever TikTok is doing, it's clearly working. Is there anything you guys can comment on?
Wait a second. We have videos on TikTok.
Yeah, we have videos on TikTok. We have a channel on TikTok. Yeah, that's right. Yuli and Elon,
I had no clue. I was about to start posting on my new TikTok affiliate, but I haven't even put my profile picture on yet.
We're getting out on the TikTok as well. Yuli and Elon, can you guys comment at all on the algorithm? Like, I know it's pretty advanced, compared to other platforms out there, but from your experience, like what makes it so intelligent compared to the other platforms?
So let me, when she uploaded her first campaign, okay, we're not scientists that understand the algorithm, but she actually put less than $50. She put $20, and those $20 turned into thousands of dollars without her ever even have to add money again to scale. That algorithm
Was keep converting.
just
the
kept
campaign.
on converting and did everything for her. She didn't have to put one more penny. Now that was 2 years ago, but that was the experience that we went through when we started out with TikTok. So that's how strong
What I've
the
noticed,
algorithm
and I
is.
liked when you said the campaign on conversion objective, you have conversions. You don't need to pray, wait 3 days, 1 week, warm up, do something. You have your
But her
budget.
content
Yeah.
was good. She made her
Yeah.
own videos. It was actually her in the video pitching her product, and the rest the algorithm did it, and it worked very, very good.
And it's all about the videos. When you have good content, it can go viral, and you just need to be consistent and post 3 times per day. And when you have something that is viral, you can also use it for ads. And when you have good videos, for sure, you should see conversions in the first 500, 1,000 clicks, 100%. If you don't see conversion, something is wrong.
What does let's just generic speaking, US ages 25 to 40, what's an average CPC that you see on TikTok? I'm just curious. And if you can't answer that, because it's obviously dependent on the category, I understand, but I figured I'd ask.
To be honest, I don't know now the CPMs, and also it's Q4, it's beginning of February, and I don't want to give you numbers and without checking and talking bullshit here. I need to check, and
All
I get
good, all good.
yeah. But I can text you after when I'm checking.
So, guys, real quick before we let you get out of here, why don't you tell our viewers what TikTok meetups are coming up, and especially where they can go to sign up and attend?
Yeah, well, you could sign up at ttmeetup.com, and that's where we have our upcoming events. Our upcoming event is Bangkok with one day before Affiliate World. After Bangkok, we have Vegas 1 day before Affiliate Summit West.
On 14th of January.
And then we have Dubai, which is 1 day before Affiliate World Dubai, and it's the last day of Sigma, because this year Sigma and Affiliate World are on the same week. And so you could sign up for free, join for free, and we have our networking area, and we have our speaking area, and a lot of fun and a lot of learning.
Well, guys, I want to thank you for coming on the Affiliate Marketing Show. I hope to see you at a conference soon. For myself, Josh from OfferVault, the Call Daddy, Adam Young, as well as the industry legend, Harrison Gevirtz, plus Juliana Gavrila and Ilan Yom Tov, the co-founders of the TikTok Meetup. Let's make that paper. Let's make that dough. This was the Affiliate Marketing Show. We will see you next time.